The Northern Consensus Movement has called on Northerners, which heeded its call to relocate from Abia State, to return back to the state. The movement, while speaking to journalists in Abuja, says it has accepted the apology of the Abia State government, which also compensated the families of herdsmen who were killed, including further compensation for their livestock. The movement urged the Anambra State government to follow the example of its Abia State counterpart in order to ensure peaceful coexistence among Nigerians and the right to reside and do business in any part of the country.
Calling on the southeastern political leaders and their socio-cultural organizations, the Ohaneze Indibo, to caution and take proactive measures in safeguarding the lives and properties of Nigerians and Northerners in particular, residing in the region while carrying out their legitimate businesses. Hence, we went ahead to recall our people back home so as to stop and avert the reoccurrence of ugly situation and circumstances that led to the killings of about 9 people. The Abia State government, under His Excellency Governor Okezi Ekwezu, summoned and held an emergency meeting with the Hausa community leaders and apologized for the killings and destructions of properties, lives and properties, and business premises of Northerners in the states. 2, he also instantly paid a relief for the 36 cows and for the 56 cows and 35 goats that were killed, and also promised to pay a relief for the lives of 9 people who lost their lives as a result of the attack. On that relief, the governor promised to pay 2 million naira as a relief to the lives that were lost of the 9 people, which will amount to about 18 million naira or thereabout. And he promised that is going to be done by Thursday, 24th February 2022. He also promised to provide adequate security to the Hausa community and all other Northerners residing in the states. He promised the rehabilitation of the destroyed market, make provision for boreholes as a source of water in the market, and other requests that were made by the prominent leaders within and outside North, so as to restore back the lost confidence and promote peace and peaceful coexistence among the people. We therefore find it necessary to suspend the recall back home order in the interim. That is to say, we are suspending the order that we issued to our people resident in Abia and other eastern states to return back home until the situation normalizes. So we are suspending that recall back in the interim. And then, but we are also strongly calling on the governor to provide all necessary security and protections of lives and property for every Northerner that is within that region. We are also using this opportunity to call on Anambra State government to please kindly take a heed and learn from the Abia State, from his own Abia State counterparts, so as to bring lasting peace and restore back the trust and the confidence that is between the north and the eastern part of Nigeria. We, the Northern Consensus Movement, want to call on Ohaneze Indigo, our socio-cultural organization, to always stay on the path of honor and caution their youth and indeed all Nigerians on the need and importance of peaceful coexistence, unity and reconciliation. Perhaps the North is presently accommodating over 20 million Igbos, with an investment with their own investment running into trillions of nairas. Meanwhile, in the entire southern states, there are not more than 6 million Northerners, and the total investment of Northerners is not more than 5 billion naira. We commend security agencies for their prompt response to the issues at hand, and also asking them to be more proactive in discharge of their constitutional duties to secure the lives and properties of all Nigerians, irrespective of creed. We are, by this press conference, directing and requesting our people that are even already back home that they should go back to Abia and continue to do their business, because the governor promised to provide all the necessary securities, and we were also reliably informed that there were securities placed in every places that the northern communities are resident in. Right now there are securities everywhere to ensure the safety of lives and property. So we think the governor has shown concern. He has shown the Nigerianness in him. So for this reason, we are withdrawing in the interim our recall back home that we did to our northern brothers. The ones that moved from eastern part to Lagos, we also had reliable information that over 276 vehicles containing northerners moved from the eastern state to the western, that is to the southwest, the Yoruba state. We are also saying that they can go back to the east and continue with their lawful businesses as the governor has promised. Northerners are being harassed and intimidated. And the call for the relocation was not only for the northerners in Abia state alone. It was for all northerners resident in the southeastern state. But because of the step taken by the Abia state governor, and we also heard what the socio-cultural organization of Abia, Igbo, that is Ohaneze Ndibo, said, that is why we are retracing our steps and asking our people to stay back where they are, since there is the promise of the protection of their lives and property in the eastern part of Nigeria. Just like the easterners' lives and property is fully protected and guided in the northern part of Nigeria. It is not our wish to make that call, but we were forced to go into that call, not with bad intention, but with the intention of unity and togetherness, so that the country will continue to exist as one nation with one destiny under God. Where some group of people are being attacked, if there's going to be a retaliation of the attack, it will not be a good thing. So we didn't want a reprisal of that attack. Hence the reason why that recall. The idea behind the recall is that there were northern youth that were agitated, and they were beginning to make calls that there's need for retaliation. And we feel retaliation will not be the best. Instead of solving problem, it will compound the problem. And we didn't want the problem to be compounded. We believe in Nigeria, we believe in peaceful coexistence of Nigeria, and therefore we should do everything possible as Nigerians to make sure that we continue to live as one people, like I said, with one destiny under God.